Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to the fighter inside you. The part of you that refuses to accept mediocrity. The part that knows deep down that you are capable of far more than what you've allowed yourself to believe. It's time to face a truth we all encounter at some point. Life doesn't always go as planned. Dreams get delayed, plans get shattered, goals feel unreachable, and in those moments you have a choice to stay stuck or a choice to rise. I'm here to tell you today, I must reset, restart, and refocus. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Resetting is about letting go. Letting go of the mistakes, the failures, the moments where you didn't live up to your own expectations. Too many people drag their past around like a heavy chain, letting it weigh down every step they take forward. But you are not defined by what happened yesterday. Your past is a tool, a teacher, not a prison. Resetting means clearing the slate, deciding right now that the past has no more power over you. Restarting is about action. Resetting cleans your mind, but restarting ignites your body. It's about taking that first bold step, even when fear whispers that you're not ready. Success doesn't wait for comfort, and growth doesn't wait for permission. Restarting might feel messy, it might feel uncertain, but it's in the mess, in the discomfort, that transformation is born. Every champion, every great mind, every leader has faced the moment where they had to start over. And what separates the winners from the rest is the courage to take that first step anyway, and then comes the most powerful force of all, refocusing. Because without focus, all the resetting and restarting in the world is wasted energy. Refocusing is about clarity. It's about deciding with unwavering certainty what matters most, what you will prioritize, and what distractions you will eliminate. Every day, you wake up with 440 minutes. How many of those minutes will you invest in your dreams, in your growth, in the life you deserve? Refocusing is saying, I will not let trivial distractions steal my vision. I will not let fear hijack my destiny. I will focus relentlessly on what will move me forward. I want you to realize this. No matter how far you've fallen, no matter how many times life has knocked you down, you have the power to reset your mind, restart your actions, and refocus your energy. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the architect of your life. The question is, will you take control? Will you embrace the power within you that's been waiting impatiently for you to awaken it? When you reset, you release the old story that has held you back. When you restart, you create momentum that propels you forward. And when you refocus, you channel all your energy into the life you are capable of living. A life of purpose, power, and passion. So I ask you today, are you ready? Are you ready to wipe the slate clean, to take that first step, to focus with laser? Like intensity on what matters most. Because the world doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards those who move, those who act, those who refuse to settle. Remember this, greatness isn't found in comfort, it's found in courage, it's found in persistence, it's found in the decision to reset, restart, and refocus, again and again, until the life you've been dreaming of becomes your reality. Now take a deep breath, feel the power inside you, and say it with me, I must reset, I will restart, I will refocus, and nothing will stop me. Resetting your mind is one of the most powerful actions you can take in your life, yet so many of us underestimate its importance. Too often we carry the weight of yesterday into today, letting mistakes, failures, and regrets define how we move forward. But the truth is, the past is not a prison. It is a teacher, a guide, a set of lessons that, when embraced, can propel you to unprecedented growth. Resetting your mind is not about ignoring what happened before, it's about deciding that those experiences will no longer control your future. Every moment you spend dwelling on what went wrong, every thought that replays a mistake, every second spent blaming yourself or others is energy stolen from the life you are meant to create. Resetting requires courage because it asks you to confront the hard truth that life has not been perfect, and that in some ways you have allowed circumstances, fear, or doubt to hold you back. But the very act of acknowledging this is liberating. It gives you permission to stop living in the past and start shaping a future that aligns with your highest potential. When you reset, you are taking control of your mental state. You are telling yourself, I will not let yesterday's failures dictate today's possibilities. This is not a one-time event. It is a mindset, a practice, a commitment. Continually release what no longer serves you. Every day is an opportunity to reset, to wipe the slate clean, and to approach life with fresh eyes and renewed energy. Think about the power that comes from a mind unburdened by old limitations. When you release the guilt, the shame, the frustration, and the self-doubt, you create space for clarity, creativity, and unstoppable momentum. You open the door to solutions that were invisible before because your mind was clouded by the weight of old stories. Resetting your mind is about choosing perspective. It's about deciding that you will focus on possibilities rather than problems, on solutions rather than setbacks, on growth rather than stagnation. The process of resetting is not always easy. It requires honesty and introspection. You must be willing to examine the beliefs that have held you back, the habits that have kept you stuck, and the patterns that have limited your success. This is not a superficial exercise. It goes deep into the core of who you are and challenges you to ask uncomfortable questions. Why did I allow this situation to control me? What thoughts have I been repeating that are not serving me? How have I given my power away to fear, doubt, or the opinions of others? Answering these questions with brutal honesty is the first step toward liberation. As you confront these truths, you will discover that the power to reset has always been within you. It has always been your choice to reclaim control, to redirect your energy, and to rewrite the narrative of your life. Resetting your mind also requires forgiveness of yourself and others. Holding on to resentment, anger, or regret is like carrying a heavy backpack on a marathon. You may be moving forward, but every step is slower, more exhausting, and less effective. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior or forgetting past mistakes. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that prevent you from moving forward. When you forgive, you reclaim your energy. You reclaim your focus. You create a fertile ground in which new ideas, new opportunities, and new victories can grow. Another essential aspect of resetting is redefining what success means to you. Often, we allow society, family, or friends to define our goals and measure our worth. But when you reset your mind, you take the pen back into your own hands. You ask yourself what truly matters, what aligns with your values, and what will bring fulfillment, not just temporary satisfaction. This clarity is transformative because it allows you to invest your energy in actions that matter, to pursue goals that resonate with your authentic self, and to stop wasting time on pursuits that drain your vitality. Resetting is also about embracing growth and learning. It is recognizing that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a stepping stone to wisdom. Each mistake, each setback, each disappointment carries a lesson if you are willing to see it. The more you reset, the more agile your mind becomes. You become capable of adapting, of innovating, of seeing opportunity in places others see only obstacles. The act of resetting transforms you into someone who does not fear change but welcomes it as a vital part of your evolution. Finally, resetting your mind is a declaration of your personal power. It is a statement to yourself and the world that you refuse to be defined by circumstances, that you are committed to growth, and that you will no longer settle for anything less than your highest potential. It is a daily commitment to mental clarity, emotional resilience, and unwavering focus on what truly matters. Resetting is not a one-time act. It is a lifelong practice that allows you to navigate life with confidence, energy, and unstoppable momentum. Restarting is not just a moment of action, it is a declaration of life. It is a commitment to refuse stagnation, to refuse excuses, and to refuse the comfort of inertia. So often, we wait for the perfect moment, to begin again, for the ideal circumstances, for everything to align before we make our move. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is only the moment you decide To act, to stand up, to move forward despite fear, uncertainty, or doubt. Restarting is about reclaiming your power and understanding that momentum comes not from waiting but from doing. Every second you spend hesitating is a second lost from the life you could be creating right now. Restarting is the spark that ignites transformation because it converts thought into action, and action is where results are born. When you restart, you are choosing courage over comfort. It is easy to stay in a place you know, even if it no longer serves you. It is easy to continue routines that drain your energy because they are familiar. But true growth, true transformation, happens when you disrupt your pattern, when you step into the unknown, and when you embrace the discomfort of a fresh beginning. Restarting is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of strength. It is proof that you are unwilling to settle for less than your potential, that you are ready to take control of your destiny, and that you have the courage to begin again no matter how many times life has knocked you down. The process of restarting begins with clarity of purpose. You must understand why you are restarting, what you hope to achieve, and what kind of person you need to become to reach that destination. Without clarity, restarting can feel directionless, like spinning your wheels without progress. But when you restart with purpose, every action becomes deliberate, every choice aligns with your goals, and every step moves you closer to the life you desire. This clarity creates focus, and focus creates speed, because when you know where you are going, you can navigate the obstacles, the distractions, and the doubts with unwavering determination. Restarting also requires resilience. Life will not wait for your hesitation, and challenges will continue to appear whether you are ready or not. Restarting is about building the inner strength to face these challenges head on, to rise each time you fall, and to maintain faith in your vision even when the path is unclear. It is about understanding that setbacks are not permanent roadblocks but temporary tests of your commitment. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, refine your strategy, and grow stronger. The more you embrace the restart process, the more resilient you become, and the more unstoppable you grow. Taking action is the essence of restarting. Thoughts, plans, and intentions are meaningless without movement. Restarting requires stepping into uncertainty, making decisions without guarantees, and committing to the work that others avoid. It is about creating momentum, because momentum is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Small steps taken consistently lead to massive change over time. Restarting is about taking that first step, no matter how small, and then continuing one action after another until momentum carries you to the breakthrough you seek. Every restart is a chance to innovate, to improve, and to evolve, and every step forward brings you closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. Restarting also requires letting go of attachment to outcomes. Too often, we fail to restart because we are afraid of failure or rejection, because we are fixated on the end result rather than the process. But restarting is about embracing uncertainty and committing to the journey. It is about understanding that growth is the ultimate goal, and that each attempt, each action, and each effort is a victory in itself. When you let go of attachment to perfection, you free yourself to take bold actions, experiment, and pursue opportunities without hesitation. Restarting is a mindset, a daily choice, a commitment to action and growth. It is about refusing to let circumstances dictate your life, refusing to allow fear to hold you back, and refusing to accept less than your potential. Restarting transforms hesitation into momentum, doubt into confidence, and vision into reality. Every successful person, every leader, every trailblazer has faced the moment where they had to restart, to take action despite uncertainty, and to commit a new beginning. What separates those who succeed from those who do not is the willingness to restart, again and again, with courage, clarity, and relentless determination. Refocusing is the most powerful tool you have to turn effort into results and dreams into reality. Many people work hard every day, but their energy is scattered, their actions misaligned, and their outcomes inconsistent. Refocusing is the act of realigning your mind, your energy, and your attention toward what truly matters. It is about stripping away distractions, letting go of noise, and directing every ounce of effort toward the goals that will move your life forward. Without focus, even the greatest ideas, the boldest plans, and the strongest intentions are wasted. Refocusing gives your actions direction and your efforts impact. It transforms busy work into purposeful work and transforms average results into extraordinary outcomes. To refocus, you must first gain clarity on what matters most. What is worth your time, what aligns with your highest values and your deepest desires. So often, we allow other people's priorities, expectations, or distractions to determine where we invest our energy. We answer emails, attend unnecessary meetings, scroll endlessly, and chase obligations that do not serve our purpose. Refocusing is about cutting through that noise, identifying your true objectives, and committing to them with relentless intensity. When you know exactly what you want, the path forward becomes clearer, your decisions become easier, and your energy becomes exponentially more effective. Every choice you make after that clarity becomes a building block toward the life you envision. Refocusing also requires eliminating distractions and removing the things that dilute your attention. It is not enough to simply know what you want. You must protect your mind, your time, and your energy from anything that pulls you off course. Social media, negative relationships, unproductive habits, and self-doubt are all thieves of focus. They consume your energy and scatter your momentum. To refocus, you must ruthlessly identify what is non-essential and cut it out. It is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a constant evaluation of where your attention is going and whether it aligns with your priorities. The more disciplined you are in protecting your focus, the faster your progress and the greater your impact. Refocusing also means aligning your actions with your vision. It is not enough to simply have clarity. You must act in ways that are consistent with your goals every single day. Every habit, every routine, and every decision should serve the life you are creating. This is where consistency and discipline meet intention. Small, focused actions compounded over time produce extraordinary results. Refocusing transforms busy moments into deliberate steps forward, ensuring that every effort counts. It is about working smarter, not just harder, and understanding that direction is more important than speed when it comes to creating lasting success. Another essential element of refocusing is developing mental resilience. Distractions, setbacks, and challenges will always arise, and your ability to maintain focus under pressure determines the magnitude of your results. Refocusing is not just about directing your attention when things are easy. It is about maintaining clarity and commitment when circumstances are chaotic, uncertain, or uncomfortable. The mind that can refocus under pressure becomes unstoppable. It adapts, persists, and it keeps moving toward its goals regardless of external conditions. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen focus, to hone decision making, and to reaffirm commitment to what truly matters. Refocusing also involves prioritizing your energy and attention on what produces the highest return. Not all actions carry equal weight, and not all tasks deserve your time. High performers understand this principle intuitively. They invest in activities that create leverage, impact, and momentum. Refocusing requires you to identify these high-value activities and ensure they dominate your schedule, your effort, and your attention. When your focus is directed toward the things that matter most, your results multiply, your confidence grows, and your sense of fulfillment deepens. Finally, refocusing is a mindset of continuous alignment. Life is dynamic, circumstances change, and priorities shift. Refocusing is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing commitment to evaluate, adjust, and redirect your attention to stay aligned with your purpose. It is a promise to yourself that your energy will be invested wisely, your actions will be deliberate, and your attention will remain unwavering. By refocusing, you turn intention into results, effort into progress, and dreams into reality. It transforms scattered energy into unstoppable momentum, distractions into clarity, and potential into achievement. Embracing courage over comfort is the defining factor between those who live ordinary lives and those who achieve extraordinary success. Comfort is seductive. It whispers that staying where you are is safe, that avoiding risk will protect you from failure, and that playing small will keep life predictable. But comfort is also the silent killer of dreams, invisible barrier that keeps talent, potential, and greatness trapped beneath the surface. Courage, on the other hand, requires action in spite of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It is the decision to move forward even when the path is unclear, the choice to confront challenges rather than avoid them, and the willingness to stretch beyond familiar boundaries. True transformation begins when you prioritize courage over comfort and commit to living boldly. Living courageously starts with acknowledging fear and refusing to let it control your decisions. Everyone experiences fear. It is part of being human, but most people allow fear to dictate their choices, to limit their vision, and to contain their potential. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of fear. It is the ability to take decisive action despite the doubts that try to paralyze you. When you embrace courage, you shift your mindset from being a victim of circumstances to being a creator of your destiny. You understand that challenges are not threats, but opportunities to prove to yourself just how strong and capable you truly are. Every time you confront fear with action, you strengthen your confidence, expand your resilience, and reinforce your ability to thrive in the face of adversity. Courage over comfort also means embracing change. Change is uncomfortable, unpredictable, and often inconvenient, yet it is the catalyst for growth. Staying in your comfort zone may feel safe, but it ensures stagnation and mediocrity. Every person who has achieved greatness has had to make choices that defied the status quo, challenge conventional wisdom, and venture into the unknown. Embracing courage means being willing to let go of the familiar and step into new experiences, new opportunities, and new ways of thinking. It is the recognition that growth and comfort cannot coexist, and that progress demands discomfort, effort, and persistence. Taking courageous action also requires self-belief. Many people hesitate to pursue their dreams because they doubt their own abilities or underestimate their potential. Courage over comfort is a declaration of self-trust. It is the willingness to act boldly because you know, deep down, that you have the resources, resilience, and capacity to handle whatever comes your way. Courageous individuals do not wait for external validation or perfect conditions. They trust themselves to navigate uncertainty, adapt to challenges, and create results. This self-belief becomes a powerful force that propels action, fuels persistence, and inspires others to rise alongside you. Embracing courage over comfort means taking risks that are aligned with your vision. It is about making decisions that have the potential for high reward, even if they come with the possibility of failure. Every risk carries a lesson, a growth opportunity, and a chance to stretch beyond perceived limitations. Courageous people understand that failure is not final. It is feedback. It provides valuable insights, reveals hidden strengths, and guides you closer to your goals. By choosing courage, you transform setbacks into stepping stones and challenges into launching pads for future success. Courage also demands accountability. It requires that you own your choices, face the consequences of your actions, and refuse to blame others for your circumstances. Comfort allows avoidance and excuses. Courage demands responsibility. When you embrace courage, you step fully into your power, take control of your life, and refuse to let circumstances dictate your outcomes. Accountability strengthens resilience, sharpens focus, and reinforces the habits and decisions that lead to sustained achievement. Finally, living courageously is contagious. When you prioritize courage over comfort, you inspire others to do the same. Your actions set an example for those around you, showing them that fear can be conquered, that potential can be realized, and that greatness is available to anyone willing to step beyond the familiar. Courage multiplies when it is practiced consistently, and it creates a ripple effect of empowerment, motivation, and transformation. By choosing courage, you do not just change your own life. You influence the trajectory of everyone you encounter, creating a legacy of bold action, resilience, and unwavering determination. Owning your power is the ultimate step in transforming your life. It is the recognition that you are not a passenger in your own journey, that you have control over your choices, and that you are responsible for the results you create. Too often, people give their power away to circumstances, to other people, or to the illusion of fate. They wait for permission, for luck, or for the perfect conditions. to arrive before they take decisive action, but the truth is, your power has always been within you. It exists the moment you stop blaming, stop waiting, and start choosing. Owning your power is a declaration, a mindset, and a daily practice that transforms hesitation into action, doubt into confidence, and dreams into reality. To own your power, you must first recognize where you have been giving it away. Every time you let fear dictate your decisions, every time you allow self-doubt to paralyze you, every time you allow other people's opinions to shape your choices, you are surrendering your power. This does not mean that you will never feel fear or uncertainty. It means that you refuse to let these feelings control you. You reclaim your power by taking full responsibility for your thoughts, your actions, and your results. It is the understanding that your life is the sum of the choices you make, and that by choosing differently, you can create a different reality. The moment you accept this truth, you step into freedom, the freedom to create, to act, and to achieve at the highest level. Owning your power also requires clarity of vision. You cannot wield power effectively if you are unclear about what you want, what you value, or where you are going. When you have a clear vision, your power becomes focused, directed, and unstoppable. It allows you to make decisions with confidence, to prioritize what matters most, and to eliminate distractions that pull you off course. A powerful person knows what they stand for, what they are willing to fight for, and what they refuse to compromise. This clarity provides a foundation upon which all action is built, and it transforms scattered energy into concentrated momentum that drives results. Taking decisive action is a key component of owning your power. Power is meaningless without movement. It is not enough to recognize your potential or to have the ability to act. You must take bold steps consistently. Each action, no matter how small, compounds over time into momentum that propels you toward your goals. By taking responsibility for your life and acting decisively, you reinforce the belief in your own capabilities and build the confidence to take on even greater challenges. Every step forward is a demonstration of your power in motion, a visible proof that you are the creator of your destiny and not a victim of circumstance. Owning your power also means setting boundaries. It means refusing to allow toxic influences, negative energy, or distractions to drain your energy and divert your focus. Boundaries protect your time, your focus, and your emotional energy, allowing you to channel your power where it matters most. By clearly defining what you will accept and what you will not, you strengthen your position, reinforce your priorities, and create a space in which growth and achievement can flourish. Power grows in proportion to the clarity with which it is focused and the discipline with which it is applied. Another essential aspect of owning your power is self-belief. Belief in yourself is the foundation of action, resilience, and achievement. When you trust in your abilities, you approach challenges with confidence, navigate uncertainty with composure, and take bold steps toward your vision. Self-belief is cultivated through repeated action, through confronting fear, and through consistently proving to yourself that you can handle whatever life presents. It is reinforced by reflection, by learning from setbacks, and by celebrating victories, no matter how small. The more you believe in yourself, the more naturally your power flows into every decision, every action, and every interaction. Owning your power also requires embracing growth and responsibility. It is the understanding that your circumstances are not permanent and that your potential is limitless. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to exercise your power, to expand your capabilities, and to create new results. When you embrace this perspective, you stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as invitations to stretch, innovate, and rise to your highest potential. By taking responsibility for every outcome, you gain mastery over your life and unlock the energy necessary to pursue your dreams relentlessly. Finally, owning your power is a commitment to live fully, to act boldly, and to refuse to settle for anything less than your highest potential. It is a mindset, a practice, and a declaration that you will no longer let circumstances, fear, or doubt define your life. It is the understanding that everything you need to create success, fulfillment, and impact already resides within you, and that your choice to claim that power determines the trajectory of your life. The more you own your power, the more you realize that you are not limited by the past, the opinions of others, or temporary setbacks, and that your destiny is shaped by the strength, courage, and clarity with which you wield the power that has always been yours.